Yeah, what's up? It's me, Hard 8 Times. It's the truth for YouTube. Your favorite commentator's favorite commentator. Yeah, what's up, people? What's happening? Make sure you go check out my last video. Next Gen is coming. Where will you stand? It'll be down in the video response section just in case you missed it. You dig? Now, pop the molly, I'm sweating. Woo! Pop the molly, I'm sweating. Woo! Anyway, yeah, I think somebody over there at the Sony headquarters have lost their motherfucking mind. Motherfucking mind. Now, in case you didn't know, Sony has filed for a patent to where it will block used games from being played on their next machine. Now, before I go on, companies file patents all the time that they never use. Sony hasn't officially came out and said this is the route that they go in, but it still raises eyebrows because they filed the fucking patent. Now, we all know how companies and developers feel about used games, the used game market. They fucking hate it, and they're trying to stop it so they can make more money. And, you know, they already have tried to stop it with, you know, having online passes and things of that nature. Now, it seemed like Sony might try to go the route that's going to stop used games altogether. Meaning, when you buy a game, and once you put it in your system and it connects with your account, that is it. That game is forever stuck to that account, meaning you will not be able to play that game on another machine unless you have your account or whatever like that. Meaning the game will have no trade value. The game will have no sell value at all. Now, I understand. Sony, they destroyed the competition for 2 generations in a row. I understand that. But those days is the fuck over. This generation, they dropped the ball. You understand what I'm saying? They got too arrogant, too big-headed. They thought they had the game sold up. They thought they can do what they want, and you see what happened, right? Now, usually, when you come up with a plan and it doesn't go right, usually you go back to the drawing board and you try to come up with a better plan, hoping that things go right the next time. Sony, what the fuck? What table was y'all sitting at? Goddamn. You go back to the drawing board. Everything ain't turned out the way you wanted it this generation. You go back to the drawing board, and this is what you come up with? Yeah, we lost a whole lot of motherfucking money this generation. How can we lose more money? Oh, you know what? Let's block used games. Everybody in favor of that, say Let's block used games. Oh, that's going to put us back on top. Sony, what the fuck are you thinking? Now, being that I work at GameStop now, I get an inside look of this used game business. It is fucking huge. The used game business is fucking huge. You know how many people you would alienate if you came out with a machine that didn't play used games? Most people that go in and out of GameStop, they there to buy pre-owned, or they there to trade or sell their games. You know, GameStop sell new games, but majority of their sales is from used games, trades, and things of that nature. Now, if Sony go through with this, and Microsoft doesn't follow suit, because we already know Nintendo didn't. You can buy used games and play them on a Wii U. So, if Microsoft doesn't follow suit, Sony is in a lot of motherfucking trouble. It's already a failure before the shit even came out, if they go along with this. And we already know the video game industry hates used games. They fucking hate them. So, I don't really understand why Sony wouldn't try to pull this. I think they're going to test us. I think they're going to try our chin. They're going to see just how sweet us as consumers are. They're going to see how sweet we are. I think they might throw it out there and see how it's accepted. You know, if it's accepted, then they might go ahead with it. But if we don't accept that bullshit, then they might bring it back. And that's what we got to make sure we do. If they try this shit, we cannot accept it. We're going to let Sony know from the rip. Yo, no, what? Give me an Xbox 720, please. Fuck you, Sony. Like, come on, man. You can't stop used games. That means people won't be able to rent games for the next PlayStation. You know, the rent GameFly is pretty big. You know, I want to take a game to my friend's house. You know, what about the kiddies? You know, as a kid, that was a big thing. Taking games to your friend's house, you know, sleepover, trading games with your friends. Hey, let me hold this game. I'll let you hold this game. You know, that was real big as a child. And it's still big, I'm quite sure. You telling me you want to stop all that? You want to stop all that, Sony? That shit funny to me. And you can't even damage control this shit, you Sony fag boys. I said you Sony fag boys. There's no way you can damage control this. No way in the world. Stop and use games is unfucking acceptable. Everything else in the world, you can buy, sell, and trade. I buy a car, I can trade it. I buy a car, I can sell it. You know what I mean? I don't see them trying to link something to a fucking key or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? Anything else in the world you can buy and sell, movies, whatever you buy. Once you buy it, it's yours. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do with it after you paid for it. You understand what I'm saying? So if I buy a game, if I want to trade it, that's my motherfucking prerogative. If I want to sell it, that's my business. You can't stop me from doing what I want to do with my product. You understand what I'm saying? Sony, if you want any chance of getting back to the top, you better not go through with this. If you go through with this, you're done. Especially if Microsoft doesn't follow suit. If Microsoft go the opposite and still allow you to play used games on their machine, and y'all are only guys on the block that doesn't, Sony, you're done. You think you lost a lot of money this generation? Try that shit next generation and see what happens to your motherfucking ass. You're going under. You're going under. And I don't think it's fair to the people that work at Sony that don't have a say-so on this bullshit. Because they're going to lose their job of the dumbass mistakes that these people are making at the top. I know they probably sitting pretty. They millionaires and things like that, so they think they can take chances. But they don't think about, you know, how much money they can lose, and then they got to cut jobs and shit like that. I would be pissed off if I was on the assembly line. I would be pissed. Yeah, down here building stuff. Hey, Hard 8, did you hear the news? No, what happened? What's going on? Sony is going to stop used games on the next PlayStation. What? Who came up with this shit? Are you serious? Fuck it, I might as well put in my 2 weeks now. I might as well put in my 2 weeks now. This is some bullshit. We're going to lose our job. Man, fuck this bullshit. I ain't putting this shit together. Sony, think about the people. If you want to get back to the top, you better not do this shit. You dumbasses. You're dumb. Who run this shit over there at these headquarters? You're dumb. You're dumb. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. If Sony goes through with this, are you still going to buy the next PlayStation? If they go through with this. Me personally, I'm going to buy the next PlayStation, man. I mean, listen. Hear me out. I don't really buy that many used games. That's not a big market for me. You know, the exclusives, you know, Uncharted 5 or whatever it could be, I'm going to buy that day one. I'm going to want that day one. So it really doesn't affect me when it comes to the used games. I don't really buy used games like that. But still, I feel for the people that do. I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. If Sony goes through with this, what are you going to do? Let me know. This your boy Hard 8, and I'm out. Deuces.
Hey! New shoes on the Range Rover, good with mine. Yeah, motherfuckers act like I ain't